Alright, now I know everybody's been asking about the Ferris wheel that I'm building for Halloween and Christmas, and the parts are here. So let's kind of get into it on what I'm going to take to make this Ferris wheel move on its own. Right here on RDG Garage. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the parts that I have procured through Amazon. All these parts were bought across Amazon. You can find them on there. Pretty reasonable price. Get rid of the leaf. First, we're going to start with the sprocket. This is actually going to go onto the main drive that actually holds the Ferris wheel. I am going to probably have to make a mounting bracket, weld it onto the pipe, and then bolt this onto it. And this is a number 25 chain driven. Of course, I got two chains. They're both 10 feet. And I figured if I needed more, it's always best to have it than having to wait. Now let's talk about the motor. The information for the motor, if you guys want to know about it, I'll put it down in the description of the video. But this is a high torque, low spinning motor that I found on Amazon. It comes with the bracket, and of course I found a matching sprocket that fits onto the 8mm shaft, which that'll complement those very well. Now of course I was thinking about what if this motor is still too fast, so I went ahead, I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm going to open it right here. Doesn't let me. I bought a speed controller. This is where I am not going to let this win. There we go. I bought a speed controller that I will also be hooking up to the motor, so I can dial it into the right speed that I want the Ferris wheel to turn. And of course, a power adapter, so I can power everything. And of course, this is just one of, I have another one coming in today, but this is called a slip ring. And as you can tell, it does exactly what it says. It's a slip ring. You put this on one end of the pipe. We're going to run the wires through. It'll go through the pipe, allowing one part to stay solid while the other one spins, allowing me to put all the lights on it. But I'm not going to be installing that anytime soon. Today, I am just going to be concerning myself, motorcycle going by, concerning myself with just making the drive work. So yeah, that is my plan for the day. So let me get into it. Okay, so now as far as mounting the drive, which this is going to be my main sprocket, which is going to fit on right here. I have to take the pedal block off, and I'll be able to slip this on. And basically what I'm going to do is I got some metal inside that I'm going to clean all the coating off of it, and I'm going to weld it, and then I'm going to try my best to center that hole with the pipe so it'll fit straight on there like that. But first, I'm going to get the motor mounted to the A-frame here, so I can exactly see where I'm going to mount this at. Now I do have some play in the pipe across, so I'll be able to move it if need be. But once it's locked down and it's in place, hopefully it'll last the entire season. So yeah. Alright, so first I want to mount the motor. The simple reason why I want to mount the motor is because I'm going to be able to, I'm going to use a little bit of a cheat. I'm going to use a piece of tape that I'm going to put onto the actual sprocket when I go up, so I kind of get a general idea of where I need to put the larger sprocket on the main shaft. Of course, as you can see the bracket here, I can't put it like this because, well, it's going to be facing the wrong way. So I'm going to have to mount it this way and then come in from that way and then go up. So more than likely I'm going to have to get a 2x4, put it this way, mount it there, and then come this way. But I don't want to go too far. I don't want to have a really long chain. So basically I'm probably going to go half of a foot from the top, which will still give enough torque, hopefully keep the wheel from spinning too fast. You know, I don't want to make the passengers dizzy. So let's get to installing this. Now, okay, now I got the motor installed, I got the sprocket installed. I mean, it's pretty solid. It's sideways. Now, I gotta start working on getting this prepared to take that sprocket up here. So first, I got to get the pillow block off, slip that down, and then get it lined up the best that I can. Then get this cleaned up, and yeah, I have to weld and make some brackets. All right. Alright, so basically now, got that. You can look down there and see where the motor's at. So I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to clean all this up through here so I can put this closer, get it lined up, and then start welding my brackets. So, now this is not perfect, but what I want to do now is put this little piece of tape right here on the sprocket, this little sprocket. That'll kind of give me a general, I mean, it's not scientific by any means, but I need to adjust that over a little bit and I'll know exactly where to put this and get that mocked up in place. Then I can do my welding. Of course, I'm just I'm eyeballing, but as you can see here, I still have quite a bit that I can play with. So I'll know I can get my set the camera here just a little bit. Set it right there. I can try to get this as best as I can centered. And move this forward right there. Okay. Alright, so I got the gear welded in place, and the real reason I went ahead and decided to weld it, I could have just welded the two pieces of metal and then I could have just bolted it to it, but I figured welding was going to be a lot more stronger than just putting a couple bolts. So now I'm going to work on getting the chain set up. Like I said, I still have some play in the bar, so I can maneuver it where I need to in order to get it to line up with the actual motor. Plus the motor has a little bit of play in the bracket too, so I'm gonna get that done now. But still, it's getting there. I mean, yeah, the sprocket looks pretty close. I mean, the weld job isn't the greatest, but it works. Alright, so I got the chain drive on. Yeah, I know it's not lined up yet. I still get the top done. But my one suggestion, I thought I'd be able to make adjustments here to give this slack or tight, but I went ahead and decided that this board, I put 2 screws in it so I can go up and down with it to adjust the tightness and actually when I go to put it on and take it off. So that is my suggestion, that this board will be the adjuster and this will just stay in its one place. So just take the one board off and it's easy to put away. So now it's time to run the electronics. Alright, so here's the speed controller that I'm using. You can see here, it's a pretty easy setup. It's all pretty self-explanatory. You just got to make sure you get the right power brick for it, which I did, all thanks to Amazon. So now I'm going to plug it in, and now that everything is pretty much attached, let's see if this thing is actually going to turn on, or is it going to, well, leave me with egg on my face. There we go. Alright. Plugging it in. Main barrel's plugged in. And here. Alright. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing happened. Oh, it's turning. Well, that part's working, and the chain came on. But hey, it works. It just got to do some adjusting. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly dialing it up. Slow it down just a hair. Don't want to go too fast. I think right there is good. Let's speeding up a little bit. Gonna have to mess around with the sweet spot in it. But I ended up having to weld this little bar right there. It's just temporary until I figure something else out, but that grips the wheel to turn it, so yeah. Whew. It has definitely been a hot one here in South Texas today, as you can tell. But hey, the motor's installed. It's been running for over an hour. The motor's not getting hot, neither is the controller. So I'm pretty happy with it. The only problem that I'm kind of seeing at the moment is that the wheel will speed up at a certain point. But I really do think that once I put the baskets on, and then I think for Halloween I'm gonna put skeletons. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Christmas just yet. But I think once I have that extra added weight, I'll probably have to dial up the speed a little bit to keep up with the extra weight that's been added to it. Of course, all the parts that I got to make this thing move today, Amazon. A little bit slow on delivering, but hey, they still got here and they worked flawlessly. And if you guys have any questions about this project, make sure to comment below and I'll definitely get to answering them. Also, if you guys want to know anything more about any of my other projects, my Ecto 1 project, anything for Halloween stuff, my swap meet adventures, make sure to check out all my other videos and like, subscribe, and definitely hit that little notification bell so anytime I upload a new video, you guys get alerted to check it out. So thank you guys for watching. Until the next, well, would this be a Christmas or Halloween adventure? But hey, it's an adventure. Till next time, right here on RGG Garage.